Bayawan City, our city, is really this important role, no? Strategic it is in terms of agricultural production, not only in the southern part of Negros, but actually in the province and even in Central Visayas. We envision to be the model, no, eco-industrial city in Central Visayas. And actually this took off also in parallel with a long-term CLUP vision, no? Bayawan is the largest land area in Central Visayas. Along with this land area is, of course, the proportion of arable lands, which is about 36,000 hectares. And it has really that potential in terms of delivering the needed agricultural produce for the city itself and also, of course, for the province and the region. So far, the administration of Mayor Paiden Riteves has been doing really innovative direct interventions to help farmers and fisher folks alike to move and support this strategic and comprehensive development trust and direction in terms of making agriculture as a economic driver. But this time around, we take agriculture in the context of putting more value and having our farmers have that bigger chunk of the value chain. So that means we are striving, and in fact we have already begun, priming up and encouraging investors and even also public investments in supporting industries. For example, we have now the recently completed AAA slaughterhouse or abattoir, no? Which would have a AA classification. And that means this particular agricultural support facility, we will be able to deliver and process meat and meat products not only for Bayawan but also for the entire province and even domestically, Central Visayas, because it's gonna be a AA slaughterhouse with additional minor equipment. It could be easily expanded actually into 3 AAA level. So, and the next is, of course, the dressing plant facility that we have, the sugar mill, along with biomass energy generation power. So these are some of the priming up that we'll be doing in agri-industry. We're looking also into development of going back into the dressing plant and priming up of poultry industry with at least 20 to 40 tunnel vents poultry houses all over the city. We could actually have poultry products for the need not only of the city of Bayawan but also for the province and even outside the province. In fact, we're looking into not only targeting the market of Central Visayas, even Mindanao, if we're able to make that particular dressing plant a halal processing, so we could access also market for our Muslim brothers in Mindanao.
Sa pagsugod sa bagong tuig, usa ka dakong proyekto usab ang gisugdan kundi indi pahigayon ng MOA signing sa LGU Bayawan panag-uban sa Chicken Essentials Incorporated alang sa umalabot nga pagtukod sa dressing plant dinhi sa Dakbayan. Gipahigayon ng maong MOA signing kaniadtong Enero 8 sa Dumaguete City nga gipanguluhan ni Mayor Pride Henry A. Teves ang pagpirma sa parte sa LGU Bayawan ug ni Mr. Marvin V. Mendoza, ang Chief Operating Officer alang sa Chicken Essentials. Kini gisaksihan sa mga department heads ug mga opisyales sa LGU Bayawan ug mga representante sa Chicken Essentials. Gani, matud pa ni Mr. Marvin Mendoza nga adunay capacity nga 400,000 heads ang maong dressing plant nga matukod sa Bayawan. Ang maong proyekto abag sa plano mahitungod aduna sila'y target nga maabot 2 milyones sa sulod sa 5 ka tuig.
Pinaplan namin for 5 years is we start with 400,000 capacity every year hanggang ma-reach namin yung 2 million capacity, which we believe na with that capacity in 5 years sufficient na natin ma-provide yung chicken dito sa region ng Negros Oriental. To all the farmers that will grow with us with Chicken Essentials, we assure you na hindi namin kayo pababayaan because our company really values relationship more than the business. So we're not really after the money here. We really want to help the farmers. It's our advocacy na to promote ang agriculture in our country, no? Ang food sustainability, food safety, yun ang gusto namin mangyari para all our consumers will benefit, no? So huwag kayong mag-alala po, tutulungan namin kayo.
Iya usab gisaysay ang iyang pagdaig kay Mayor Teves sa dakong pagsuporta ni ini aron mas mapalambo pa ang natad sa pang-agrikultura sa Bayawan.
It's very positive na you have an excellent mayor, no, na who's really supporting agriculture. Kasi yun nga, sabi niya, if I may quote, no, agriculture is the most noble profession, diba, in the world. So we're very happy na merong mayor na very supportive na mag-push through yung this kind of business.
Dako usab ang kalipay ni Mayor Pride Henry A. Teves nga magsugod na ang poultry industry sa Bayawan nga himuon kini nga usa sa mga kinadak ang dressing plant sa tibuok Visayas.
Well, I am very happy that finally this has come into fruition because dugay naman yung gitrabaho sa atong team kining entry of chicken industry in Bayawan City. Well, while the private sector is already busy getting their approvals from the bank regarding their tunnel vents, I was worried that basig maulahin ng atong dressing plant. So I was pressuring our team to finish this because, you know, the dressing plant should be finished simultaneously with the private sector's tunnel vents for the chicken industry. So at least now it's here, then we can start building the dressing plant so that get it a year or 1.5 years, the chicken industry of Bayawan will start to grow. And while we have the luxury of space, I intend to make it one of the biggest, if not the biggest, industries in the Visayas area, the chicken industry. So I have very high hopes for this because food will really be a very serious problem in the future if we're not prepared for it. So I'm very happy finally so good.
Gipanayag usab ni Board Member Jack Raymond ang iyang pagbati sa Bayawan, ilabi na sa maong kalambuan na usab sa pagpangulo ni Mayor Pride Henry A. Teves, kundiin makatabang kini ilabi na sa food security, dili lamang sa syudad kundili ilabi na sa tibuok probinsya.
First of all, congratulations to Mayor Henry Teves, no, for another milestone for the city of Bayawan, for the MOA signing with Chicken Essentials and the city of Bayawan regarding the dressing plant, no. So it will be a great, no, for not only for the city of Bayawan but for the province of Negros Oriental and for the chicken industry nato diri sa probinsya sa Negros Oriental. It's because I believe as far as I know, as of now wala pa gid dressing plant sa diri sa probinsya sa Negros Oriental. What I heard kato sa Sibulan na undang man. So if this will already be be constructed and operational, at least all the mga chicken growers na to diri sa probinsya, they can already adjust their chicken sa Bayawan, and through that sustainable na po na ito ang chicken sa Negros Oriental, and definitely for our food security for the province of Negros Oriental, at least kabunutan na nadyo pagkaon regarding sa chicken tungod na may dressing plant na ready.
Giekspektar nga magsugod ang konstruksyon o produksyon sa maong dressing plant karong tuiga.
So these are the things that the administration of Mayor Pride and Reteves is really moving forward as far as our agricultural production. And not only actually in livestock, but also there are a lot in crops, in corn, and rice, and a more aggressive take on the diversification of crops. Number one there is, of course, your rubber, the fruit trees, fuel wood, wherein we have recently have this explored and started to open up opportunity for production of packaging and pre-processing of tropical fruits, no? Which is actually really gaining a very big market domestically and internationally. In terms of rice and grain production, Bayawan is self-sufficient. In fact, we are one of the few, I would say, few municipalities and cities wherein the impact of the lowering of price of rice due to the impact of rice tariffication law has not been very adversely felt by our farmers. No? The lowest, the report I got from the field, about 10-13 pesos per kilogram. Unlike other provinces that it went down all the way to what, 8-7 pesos even. So this is because it's very self-sufficient. In corn, particularly yellow corn, this is really also a very big industry with the abattoir and dressing plant and the poultry industry, which would be needing so much feedstock. And so we need to produce more corn, particularly feedstock for our livestock. And we have started with demonstration farms, a 50-hectare demonstration aggregate total in Kalumbayan, and we have seen success in that, and very promising and with very high acceptance amongst our farmers. And so we believe we could really actually expand this into bigger targets in the coming year, and progressively improving it so that we could actually be more self-reliant and self-sufficient in terms of feedstock for corn feedstock for our poultry, piggery, and the livestock industry that we're trying to jumpstart here in the city.
Kabaluman mo nga nag-joint venture ta sa Chicken Essentials. Nagpirmahan na ta sa joint venture, gagaman na ta sa atong dressing plant. Pag-uman sa dressing plant, magawa na ta atong ang mga negosyante magawa na atong ilang mga tunnel vents. Kada tunnel vent, 40 mil kabuok ang sulod. Ang nang-apply og tunnel vent, 18 kabuok. So pila man ron ka manok? 720,000 ka manok. Muna'y mukaon og mais. So resulti na nakunaan si Patrick Yam ang Chicken Essentials. Sahen, magsugod ta diha, natural una, mangita patagpits kasi boto ipadala diha. Pero labing importante pohon-pohon, naagod na dahil galaman o feeds feed meal. Para nga di na ta magsigig ship o feeds gigan Cebu pa yung diha. 50% sa atong kinahanglan sa atong feed meal is mais. Importante kayo nga naagod mo yung mais dias Bayawan. Akong palit sa mais, di mga nung kakaida ko, mga 70 toneladas kada bulan. Ako'y mamalit diri tanan, abot ko kinubaan, abot ko kabangkalan, abot ko kanlaon, abot ko mabinay. Paghurot na, natural asa mo pupunta. Kagaya di oro gugumpalit, kaya may lain. But the point is, kung dili patutanan kita no, ang atong tao may nakakwalta, dili laing tao. Kung kita na yung mais dire, kita na yung feed mill dire, kita mo supply sa itong feed mill, kita mo galing sa feed mill, ay pa makatrabaho sa feed mill, ang atong mais, wala pa ginapakaon sa manok. Ang atong mugawa sa Bayawan, karne. Karne. So kana mo atong vision karon for corn.
In the fishery side, both on the marine and inland fishery, we're also really doing leap and bounds in several innovations. With fish farm development, we're really trying to optimize water resources, at the same time create buffer and have our marine fishery have that little rest it needs, and at the same time provide continuous protein source for our people, especially in the hinterlands, so that fish supply and also fish prices in a way will be stabilized, at the very least in the city. So far we have already reached 50% of the 400 ponds we're targeting, but I think we're not even stopping there, even if we'll reach 400, because farmers really have picked up on the opportunities being provided by the local government through interventions. There are actually several hundreds of requests coming in already and intentions to participate into this program. The same manner also in the vegetable production. We're glad that a number of local vegetables like your typical pinakbet, no, the squash, ampalaya, eggplant, tomatoes, were already really producing significant volumes to address our local needs.
Actually, kalamnan ni sa una. Dayon ang tag-iyaan ni murag na-convince po siya nga mag-garden kay mas dako man kog income ang gardening.
Nakita gud namo nga ma-improve gyud ang amo ang panginabuhian sa kanang mga vegetables ni.
May nga utanon kay monthly na argue kay may income.
Sa kagasunod sa mua, pwede na ko sila mapaambit, matudluan na ko sila kung unsaon nga kini nga mga teknolohiya dako kay nato ni nga grasya.
Alabi na sa atong mayor yun, number 1 yun nga o kayo sa panglantaw sa mga pobre nga musuwag po ang katawan.
Actually ni start ang vegetable program sa City Agriculture LGU Bayawan'S City through sa effort ni Mayor Henry Teves. Sa karon ka Mayor Henry, tanana sana ni ang vegetable gilantaw namo. Ni move on ni siya last year, no, kananay daghang support at sugod mi sa 800 niabot og 1.5 karon na may budget nga 2.3 million. Pana seeds, pindang, vermicast, mga commercial fertilizer, microelements, mga foliar fertilizer para sa ayuda sa mga farmers na to nga ganahan gyud mo tanong utat kay ngano ganahan gyud si Mayor nga dakan kay gyud ang Bayawan nganong walay utan nga makita, no? Part po na sa production na po tay marketing nga ayuda po sa pagmarket atong vegetables.
And even cucumber and other products. We're also trying to start doing relay planting with rice, on producing garlic and onion and even watermelon, which was traditionally not grown in our place. So all these things with what we're doing in terms of really innovating and continuously aggressively experimenting on diversification of our farming system and production. We're really hoping that a good volume of produce we could be able to come up and address first local needs and the province. And if there's that much volume already, we go into packaging, grading, of course first grading and then classification and then packaging of this agri-produce to be shared to other localities in the province or even outside the province. And these things we believe could really the local farmers and the fisher folk would be able to gain more or get a bigger chunk of that value chain from our producers or farmers and fisher folks to the consumers, the one on the table. By the way, in addition also in the very recent development on fishery, we have actually started to with the help of very cooperative and also participative and with similar trust to the city, private sector. We already tried to export our tuna directly to Korea, and this is a start. So our mayor have really tried his best to make this direct connection, because if we will have a direct export market for tuna, for rubber, tropical fruits, then our farmers get to enjoy the most of the value chain in agriculture. And that is really, of course, the intention of the city, to transform our agriculture heritage into something that would really move the lives of people and create that holistic development in terms of economic and social well-being, but at the same time not forgetting that, in the words of our mayor, the concern for environment, for protecting, for ensuring that the environment is conserved, protected, and would also be enjoyed by our children, the next generation. Hence the diversification. That's why we are moving not only on cash crops but also on agroforestry fuel to ensure that also environment is protected. So I think that's what we are trying to do with agriculture in the last few years, and we continue to do even in a higher level in the next years to come. Thank you.